I'm like, but I don't have to do any of this.
You don't have to do anything when you work for yourself. So I
Because
guess
I'm not finna fire myself. Actually, I kind of need to fire myself. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Content and Bebop. I'm here with Marcel, the host of the show.
Marcellus Williams, how you doing?
All right, and I'm your guest. I'm Mark Leary. Oh, it's a government name. I'm Mark. You can find me on Videography right here. Check it out. Like and subscribe.
So today's topic, of course, is employee versus business owner.
Okay.
And the mindset that the two entail. I'm gonna start this off because it was a topic you were excited to have. Kick us off.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, the reason why I wanted to do this topic is because we both just kind of was in this situation just a few months ago.
True.
So long story short, we both worked in broadcasting, or used to, or I still currently do. And we worked at the same company, and we also did our content creation jobs in the daytime, running our businesses. He did video, I did photography, and we were there for 3 years, right? Or you was there longer?
About 3 to 4, somewhere in there.
Yeah, you had to be closer to 4. I got cut off like literally 2 weeks before my 3-week anniversary. 3-year anniversary. But if you want to know more about that, you can go to my channel and watch my I Got Fired video to know more about that. But hey, yeah, I got to promote my stuff on your channel too and all your audiences.
Go for it.
All right, cool. That's Blurredography. All right. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because we had a lot of overnight third shift discussions about punching into somebody's clock and also running our own business. And we definitely had a lot of different mindsets, and I definitely listened to you and some of the other people in question and kind of messed myself up by thinking I was on y'all level and I wasn't. So yeah, I want to talk about it.
I'm gonna let you explain that one. I don't know nobody's levels. What do you mean by that? What do you explain yourself?
Okay, so what I mean by levels, you remember overnight we worked and we would talk about just how much we hated just clocking in and stuff. And we was always like, oh, we could just be making the same kind of money on our own, doing this and that. And I was listening to that thinking I was able to do that, but I wasn't on the same level of you and some of the other people were because I didn't have my business in order to step out, to venture to do that on my own. And when I was didn't work at the company anymore, I quickly realized how far behind I was to have that mindset. That's why I wanted to talk about this because I know how you feel about being an employee versus being a business owner. And I want to say you kind of need both to get to one to the other. And what I mean by this is you need something extra in the background while you're working on and starting up your business to help pay bills and things like that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Not saying you can't, do both and you can't, once you start your business and then quit your job and just be a business owner. But you need to be able to transition from one to the other successfully and have everything in place before you venture out on your own trying to make money. Because after you do that and you don't have your business in place, it's going to be hard to make money.
True that.
So that's what I was getting at by that. That's why I wanted to have this conversation because I think you need both. Depending on where you are, you might be somebody who's working a 9 to 5 and your business is all set up and you're making a ton of money. And you're still clocking in the work and you don't know why. You might be in the position to just go ahead and leave your 9 to 5, then just venture out on your own. But you might be someone like me who needs to work on the business more, who needs to learn more about business before they venture out on their own and just try to live off their camera. And you only need something in the background. And even once you have everything to venture out on your own, you need to give yourself time to build up your client base, to stack money from the business and let the money from the business reinvest itself in the business before you go out and still quit that 9 to 5. So yeah.
So when do you think is a good time for a person to leave that 9 to 5? When do you know you're ready?
You'll know you're ready when you're making more money from your business than you are from your regular job.
You think so? See, I beg to differ because I left my job not making more money. I left on just hope and a prayer, really. But I mean, I think it's all about just having things in order. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's I think the answer to that is a little subjective.
No, I agree. It's
different,
subjective,
you know?
and it is different, and everyone's on their own journey, especially in being a business owner. But in order, you still just gotta be prepared. Like, you don't want to, like let's take your example. Like, you quit. Your job. You just quit. You was definitely tired of the 9 to 5 life, and you've been tired of it for a long time.
Oh yeah, it was starting to change my personality. Like,
I noticed.
Very grumpy all the time.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. I was just unhappy. I did not like that. I was very unhappy as a person. It was time to go.
Yeah. I didn't have that fortunate. I wasn't that fortunate to just up and leave and quit my job and venture out on my own. I was let go, so I had to figure something out quick when I knew I wasn't ready. And I thought, okay, I know enough about business to venture out on my own and do this and get clients, and I have clients, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough, and I realized a lot about myself. I probably don't want to admit on camera, but whatever, we're all learning, right?
Yes, we are.
Some people are good at being told what to do and accomplishing tasks. Some people are good at going out and doing their own hunting, killing their own prey, coming home and cooking it. I thought I was one. I was clearly in the other one because my mindset about how to approach business, how to get clients was different. I was still inside hustle, get a gig type of mode versus this is my business, this is my job. Let me do X, Y, and Z to make it better so I can get more clients, so I can get out there and make the process more easier for me, and I can wash, rinse, and repeat, pack up, go to the next person, do it. I didn't do those things to prepare myself to be out on my own.
That takes a lot to admit.
It does take a lot to admit.
Especially in this culture of work hard, entrepreneur lifestyle, why work for someone else? It's not for everybody.
Right, it's not for everybody.
I don't even know if it's for me, because this is tough. This is pretty tough. Like, I'm realizing I need to be held accountable. I need accountability for waking up in the morning. Like,
yeah, you do.
Like, I'm still stuck in working overnight, third shift, up till 4 or 5, out at 4 or 5 and 6 in the morning. And to be honest, I'd be up later than that. I literally just have to tell myself when I see the sun coming up to go lay down. Even when I'm not tired. I'm taking, like, at this point, honestly, it's crazy, man. I'm taking like NyQuil and melatonin to go to sleep. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's hard shaking old habits. That's what I'm getting.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's just hard shaking old habits. I don't even know if maybe I have insomnia or something. I don't know, or maybe I don't know if it's necessarily insomnia, but I have my clock turned the other way from working.
I think what it is, because I kind of have similar issues, but I've taken a different approach to your problems. Because you did it for so long, like I'm not gonna put all your business out there, but I remember your jobs that you had for the last however long years we've known each other. They've all been overnight.
They have, yeah.
Even when you do your own business, you always do most of your editing overnight. That's
I like the night.
Yeah, I like the night too, and that's how my brain has been trained over the last couple of years. And it started like in high school because I would be up all night just drawing and watching Adult Swim. Yeah. Oh man, good times. Simpler times. But yeah, it's just a habit. I've just always been a night owl. I'm more productive overnight, so I'm like, okay, when I got into the working world, third shift just made more sense for me because I'm more productive. I can get more stuff done. But what I realized when the sun come up and I done did a lot of work, I'm the type of person that needs that sleep. And no matter how much I try to stay up, I'm going to crash.
Yeah.
So I would be up drinking energy drinks and coffee just trying to stay awake. And, then I'm tired and I'm still doing work. But now instead of being on somebody else's clock, I'm on my clock working on my client's work. And I'm making mistakes editing and stuff because I'm tired. That's something there in itself.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. Yeah, my problem has just been setting a normal schedule. You think it's worth fighting for? Do you think it's worth changing, or do you think a person should just lean into it? If I'm more productive at night, forget it. I'm just gonna be up at night and I'll sleep during the day. Or do you think a person should correct it? Should they be up during the day? I mean, that's when clients are up. That's when the food is out there during the day. You need to be up to go hunt and catch the food to eat.
Right, but you gotta set your traps and bait your hooks and restring your bows at night.
Yeah, I don't know. Just for my personal journey, I'm finding that I'm trying to change it. I'm trying to be up during the day.
Well, I like to think of it like this. Do you see it being a problem and hurting you in business?
I do.
Then yeah, you need to change.
I feel you. You're right. I guess like everything in life is subjective.
Yeah.
I feel.
Like for me, example, I'm up all night. I do all my editing and things at night, and the only time I try to be active in the daytime is when I have gigs and clients. If I don't have gigs and clients, you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna just be honest with you. If you're a business owner, there is no such thing as a set schedule, 9 to 5. You gotta do what you gotta do to put food on the table. And if you gotta be up till 3, 4 in the morning editing and then have a 7:00 a.m. photo shoot, you just gotta have to do that. That's just
unfortunately
what it's gonna have to be, especially in the type of industry we're in. I've gotten gigs like at 3, 4 o'clock p.m., 3, 4 o'clock a.m. You never know what time of day you might get a gig. So you gotta have to adjust, and you have to get the work done and deliver a final product to the client on a timely manner. Sometimes you gotta pull all-nighters. Sometimes you procrastinated and waited to the last minute. I know I've done that a lot. So you just gotta do what you need to do to run your business. That's what's most important.
However, the key is to not be like that forever.
Right,
you
right.
Want
Obviously,
to structure your business. You want to have things in order and then plan. You want to work smarter, not harder. Like you want to have these things set in order. But in the beginning, you're right. It's a grind.
Oh yeah, it's always gonna be a grind, and even and that's, I think, the point of why I really wanted to do this topic with you, because if you ask me right now, would I prefer to be an employee somewhere or running my own business? My answer is going to be both, because I see the benefits of both. And I also understand I haven't changed my mindset to fit the other yet. Okay. So the reason why I say, look at both sides in it, like everybody's situation is different. Personally, I'm in a situation, I'm going to put everything out there, but I feel like I need a 9 to 5 to kind of get back up on my feet and just not have to worry about certain things on the back end. So that way I can just focus on my business when I have that time in the daytime once I come back from work at night. Plus, it's nice having certain benefits that I've never had on any other job before until my last one. And I kind of want that back a little bit, just for a little bit. And then once I'm back ready, now that I know better about what I need to put in place so I can better venture out on my own, that's when I'll do that. So to go back to answer one of the other earlier questions, how do I know when it's time? You'll know when it's time when you got your I hate to say it like that, but once your ducks are in a row, you'll know it's time.
That makes sense. Yeah. So what do you miss most about being an employee?
I think that's a trick question. I'm gonna be honest with you. The financial benefits and the consistency in pay.
The consistency. Yeah. There's not a lot of consistency for most people in this industry.
Well, it depends. Like if your ducks are in a row and the administrative side of your business is in place, that's gonna be an automated process for you, so you can just keep bringing them in and just keep having a turn door.
Yeah, I mean, to a degree, but even then, nothing's like every 2 weeks. Consistent check every 2 weeks.
That's true. This business, that is true.
Even you can estimate it, but even top, like you don't know how much you're gonna make from ads. I mean, you have an idea, but things can go up, go down, rate it. That's true. Top.
Yeah, that's true.
But most of us, even if you are pulling in some nice 5-figure commercial deals or whatever the case, it's still 1 month is good, the next month is not so good,
right? But to that I say, if you're out on your own, you would know what your high and your low months would be, and you just try to prepare for that as best as you can.
Even that takes time. When you start off, you don't know, you are confused as to why this month is slow, this month is hot, but that takes time, because sometimes depending on your niche, you'll realize it takes a year or 2 or 3 to be like, oh, okay, finally I've learned that in my industry, let's just say, I don't know, if you did dentists, and let's just say, for example, kids get big. It's a big business for kids getting braces for their back to school time. So summertime. So you'd realize in summer we make bank. We are doing big numbers in the summertime. But then it takes you a few years to realize in business why in the wintertime we make no money. Like, man, we are very slow during the winter times.
And that's another reason why I say no. Like, that's one reason why I say if you have a job and you run a business, keep the job until you know like that. That's the number one answer thing you need to. Number one question you need to ask yourself is, what are my ups and my downs, so you can mark that off to know when they're going to come up on the calendar. So when you're down and you have a business, you still have your job in the background. Like, okay, at least I still have that going for me. And then, once you, like you said, get a couple of years in of running your business, your clientele, your ups and your downs, then you're better prepared and like, okay, I can walk away from this 9 to 5 knowing that I have a up in January and my down is going to start in April. Why am I down? What can I do to transition in between that time until my original clientele or my niche picks back up? That's just kind of how I feel. Yeah. Have your ducks in a row before you just jump that ship.
No, I totally 100% agree with that. But the thing looks different for everybody.
It is. It's different for everybody. Can I tell you a story?
Sure, please. I love stories.
Okay. So my mother, you met my mom before?
Of course.
Cool.
A few times.
She's been an entrepreneur. She's a hairstylist and she's done hair since she was 11 years old. She's worked 9 to 5 jobs, but as soon as she could get the capital to open up her own salon, she did, and she never looked back. And I was raised in the 90s. Every meal I ate was done or paid for because she did somebody's hair that day. And she would work a lot, like Monday through Friday, Saturday, like Saturday, wake up 4 in the morning. I bring her up to say that I picked up a lot of my drive and entrepreneurial skills from watching her day in and day out, go to work, do something that she loves. Like, I don't understand how people love doing hair, but she loves doing hair.
I don't either. To each his own.
To each his own. But she was not somebody who did well in working for somebody else.
Yeah.
And there are people out there like that. There are people, and most people are like this, where you need to be told what to do. You need direction and limits and limitations and what was that word you said? Accountability. Those are the employees of the world. But then there's some people out there who cannot thrive in that environment, and they need to be out there. It's either I eat tonight or I don't. And that's what all the drive they need. They don't need to be motivated. They don't need to be like, what my friends are doing. Oh, you're doing YouTube now? I guess I'll get up and do it. Nah, they need to eat. That's their only motivation. And that's what my mom was. And kind of don't have that fully, but I see kind of where I get a lot of my drive and entrepreneurship from. I'm running a business, but I also know rent is due on the 1st.
Please don't forget. Yep.
Please don't forget rent is due on the 1st.
Yep. Never forget it. Yeah.
But you can go a day without eating. You can't go a month without paying rent, and that end well for you. Well, let me ask you this, since you asked me this question.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about being an employee?
This took me a few months to really even come to terms with, because I hate to even admit it, but I miss having a schedule. Like I miss knowing what's next. I missed it and I hated it. It really became my muse. Like I miss it and I hated it at the same time. Obviously I missed the consistent pay, but I feel like that's too obvious, so I'm gonna skip that answer. But I do miss having a consistent, like every day, because I worked overnight, I miss knowing I had need to be at work at 9 o'clock. Like right now, tomorrow's a Monday. I honestly don't know what to do. Like that's with my business. I'm like, what do what do I do?
No, you are right. I am having that issue right now with, whatever. I'm having that issue. I'm like, I wake up in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm going to edit this. I'm going to do this and that. And then I get in front of the computer. I'm like, but I don't have to do any of this.
You don't have to do anything when you work for yourself. So I guess
I'm not finna fire myself. Actually, I kind of need to fire myself. But I mean, who's gonna admit that? Are you gonna admit that when you make a mistake with your business? You just kind of like, oh well.
I'm learning to admit it.
Okay, but yeah, like I'm with you. I'm in that boat where I wake up and I have a plan and I'm just like, but it can wait. It's not that important. I can just sit here and play video games and be in my drawers all day and be good and just wait for the next client to call or wait for the next gig or something. You don't have to do it, but I'm like, I want better clients. I want to make more money with my business. I want my business to look a certain way. So I have to do these things. And I guess the biggest issue that anyone has to deal with when it comes to like leaving a job and doing their own business is make sure that you treat your business like how you treated their business. Like,
that's the mindset that slowly ate at me and made me want to eventually quit. I literally was wondering, why am I going to work and working 10 hours, because we're working 10-hour shifts.
Definitely working 10 hours.
Why am I working 10 hours for these people and I can't even go home and work 2 hours for myself?
Oh my God. Talk about existential crisis.
That hit me so hard, and it took a minute for me to really kind of for it to sink in. And it just, I don't know. I never could really answer it. And it's really just training yourself to not think as an employee and understand business and just valuing yourself, like knowing that I'm better than this, like knowing that I can do more. And it's not to talk down on anybody with a job, because again, life is subjective. There's no right or wrong way to live life. You live it. The point of life is to be happy. I feel like we all gonna die. I guess the goal, right, is to have as much fun and enjoy it while you can, right?
If you subscribe to that theory,
I would imagine most people do. Because why would you not want to have the most fun or whatever? Just enjoy it while you can till you can't no more. I think that's most people's theory in life. So, with that said, like, do whatever's best for you. But for me, I just really couldn't answer. Why am I willing to work so hard for someone else and not myself? Even to this day, I found myself doing it because somebody would ask me to do something and I would jump up to go do it. But even myself, I'm like, well, okay, Marcel, you need to go do this for your business.
That's so funny. And I'll wait a week
to do it.
That's so funny you said that, because like, okay, just real talk. This ain't scripted. This is literally what went through my mind when you called me today to come do this video. I jumped up and just immediately said yes. When I have a list on my office wall of videos that I need to shoot, end of 2021, best and worst, all this and that, and I've only gotten maybe one or two of them done, but I'm here with you making your videos and your content.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, you did the same thing.
The other night, you called me for a pie. I was like, dude, it is 1 a.m. Something. I was like,
you're right. I did.
All right, let's do it.
You was about to go to sleep or whatever you say you was about to do, and we was on there for 5-6 hours just talking, doing the podcast. Some of podcasts we hung up, then just start talking. So anyway, but yeah, that just blows me away. I get blown away by that too.
Are willing to do that,
Like even with what we just did a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, you only got me on set for 1 day? Well, I'm going to change that. I'm going to do what I got to do to come and help you out.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't get anything with Blurredography done. Did a whole 10 days on set.
Hey, man, I was helping that same person. Yeah, it took a lot,
I mean, I wanted to do it.
Likewise, right?
Yeah, I wanted to do it and see it out because I believe in that person. I like, what they did, and just like they've been working on it, and I was motivated. It motivated me to want to do my own stuff, even though I helped them for 10 days to do their thing and not do my thing. Humans are weird.
Humans are very weird. Yes, they are.
So let me ask you this: did you ever find the answer to that question?
I kind of did, not like solid, Google it. This is, definitive dictionary answer.
I don't think it's an answer you can Google. Is something
right. It's something yes. And I realized that it's just you're just taught that. I think you're just bred to be that way through life.
Really?
I think so. I think we're just bred to be that way, to value others more than you do yourself. Even though I think part of it, some people have it more than others. Some people are pretty selfish. They don't really care about nobody else. But I think, and some people care about others. But I do also think that it's extra pulled out of people through just society, the way we raise people. Like I like working a job, having that subservient mindset, wanting to help others, like working jobs and not knowing what you were. If they want, I hate to talk like they want, but who are they? But I'm not that it's a one person, but society, is designed like it's like this world was designed by somebody. Like in regards to whoever the big Illuminati, the man, whatever. Somebody designed all this, It's not by coincidence that your rent costs this much, your car costs this much, groceries cost this much, and it all just fits in well to someone's salary. Like it's all designed to be this way. So anyway, whoever you think they are, but I do feel like we're bred to be this way. We're bred to be subservient and to serve others before we serve ourselves. That's what keeps us in line, keeps us good sheep. I feel like.
As truthful as that was, I think of it in a less morbid way.
Okay.
I personally just think I just like helping other people, especially if it's somebody I care about. Now, 9-to-5 job, that's one thing. But like what we just talked about, helping our friend out with the movie and you helping me with my content stuff and me helping you with yours. I just like helping people out, especially those who I care about. And I'm gonna be honest, I've thought about this a lot. Like since I was a kid, because I've noticed this about myself. Like, why is it so much easier for me to go help someone else with their problems and their things than for me to sit here and work on my own?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's because personally, as me, I don't like looking within and self-reflecting.
Most people don't.
And being honest with myself. Like, who you lie to the most? You lie to yourself. More than you lie to anybody else. And I realized, just being honest, but I've known this about myself for a very long time. That I'll jump and go help people, but if I gotta do something for me, am I dragging my feet? Why am I being so lazy, daisical, and procrastinating and just pushing it off? And it's just the mindset. I don't believe in what he said. I mean, well, I do, but I don't want to be morbid like that.
Hey,
That's
no
all
shame. That's what I believe. I'm being honest with y'all, man. Yeah. So, I mean, I do believe that. But I believe what you said, too. People don't like to look within. I think that's why people hate people or other people or dislike other people, because it forces them to look within themselves. Because I've had friends recently that just kind of like start acting funny out of nowhere. And you wonder why. And it's like, well, maybe it's because they had to look within themselves, Because I have noticed, and it's not like a bragging thing or it's nothing of that sort. I'm just an observation, but it's like as I continue to try to grow, I've noticed how much other people don't try to grow. I noticed that people already at like however old we are, in our 30s, like people are already like started to like even before our 30s, even in the like
20s,
like mid to late 20s, you start to notice. You notice it before that, but you really notice it then. Like,
you notice certain
people,
trends within people,
don't like to grow. Like some people just like to stay the same. I think like 18 to something, you trying to figure it out. Everything before high school, college, who cares? Just whatever, just live life. But college, then after college, like that point after college to 30, up in there, you start to realize like what's what with a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people, and most people just stop growing. Most people don't like to grow anymore.
That's why, like, you gave me some advice a long time ago. You gotta cut certain people out of your life.
You have to just cut them out sometimes.
I didn't listen to that, but when I did start doing that and starting to realize certain things too, like, I'm growing and this person is growing. Not trying to compare or compete or anything like that.
Don't do that.
But you just, as an observationist, you notice, hey, I did XYZ this year, and my closest circle of friends, only one other person did X, Y, and Z, and now look where they are, and everybody else still at home with their mama in their 30s. Not that there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, but as long as you're trying to do better is the point, But the point is, some of these people ain't trying to do better. They're not trying to do anything better.
Yes, if you're one of those people that's watching this and hearing this right now, you're like, I live with my mama, and I'll take offense to that. Kind of one of the people talking to, because you're not trying.
No, that's not as everybody's different.
Everybody is different, but like, don't lie to yourself and say you're trying because you're trying to make an excuse so you don't feel bad. Be honest with yourself. Are you honestly trying? Be honest. Like, are you honestly trying with your business to grow and be successful?
Now I think I am as of recent. The fact that I'm even sitting here now recording this with you, yes, I am trying not to my full capacity. No, I'm literally at the beginning trying to, when you start to get a little jog. I feel like I'm there. Like I'm at least getting up, dusting myself off, and like my leg is moving in front of the other leg. I am not sprinting out, full out, doing all that. No.
Okay.
Exhausted, no. But I stood up, and one leg is moving in front of the other right now.
That's good.
That's more than it was a month ago.
Yeah, or even a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
But that's good. And I'm going to continue to light a fire under your ass because, like, I got tired of asking you when you going to upload your first video.
Yeah.
Kind of getting tired.
I didn't have a vision. I was just doing it because it was fun and cool, I guess. And everybody says, do a podcast or do YouTube. But I had a small vision, but not enough to move me. But I sat with myself the other day or the other night, and I started to put some pieces together. And I've been watching and listening to some others, and I'm like, okay, I see how they're doing it. How can I take what they're doing and put it into what I would like to do? And I think I finally figured that out in a way.
Okay.
And I don't think you'll ever figure everything out. I think it's more so just about, okay, I see enough of the picture. Let me just start taking action. At this point, I'm like, let me start taking some action. Who knows? This might be like the last video you ever see, but hopefully not.
Yeah, this might be. Hopefully this might not even come off of your memory card for all I know.
Don't say that. But anyway, so yeah,
I'm serious.
I know. I don't say that's why. Don't jinx me. But anyway, so yeah, man, putting one foot in front of the other and trying to just make some moves.
Okay.
Trying to do some things.
It's gonna be a big day when you upload that first video.
It is. Hopefully, it will be.
I cannot wait.
Very soon, hopefully.
Because I find it like I'm not gonna say funny, but we both were talking about doing YouTube before we got on YouTube. Yeah. We was at this 9-to-5 job talking about doing stuff and all this and that, and we're both content creators in a way, and we're not creating content for ourselves, but creating for other people. So I forgot where I was going with this. Shit. What was I going with this, Marcel?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
I was waiting on it. I was excited. I was like, okay, where we going? Just
mid-sentence, lost train of thought.
Jumped right out. Okay.
I know. That's so weird.
Thank you for being here for the Content Bebop, the home of no starving artists. Know your worth, know your value. I'm here again with Mark from Videography. He has no last name.
Yes, no one on the internet has a last name, so you can't find us.
All right. Yep. Anything else? Anything you want to leave him with?
Please like and subscribe to the Content Bebop. He'll eventually come out with videos every week, so stay tuned. So just stay tuned. And also subscribe to Videography. If you're a geek, you a nerd, you want to learn some photography, I don't teach anything. And you want to, just do some geek talk because you can't always talk about business 24/7. Yeah, you can. Come check me out. I just started a podcast.
Oh, nice. What was it about?
It's about whatever my channel's about. I don't know.
All right.
I started a podcast. It's called Blurredcast.
With a K?
With a K. What?
I just said,
You don't get it?
Cast, K and C have the same pronunciation. I get it.
We live in Atlanta.
Outcast.
Yeah.
That was a thing?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody on earth is going to get that.
You know what? That's what the next video is going to be about. How do you start and choose your... Yeah, let's do that one. We'll cover it in that one. Stay tuned for the next video. We just came up with the idea, so we want to record it, and eventually it's going to come out.
The Content Bebop.